things started to happen. You started hanging out with some guys. And you
Off
started
campus.
getting off campus and started getting involved in your old life.
Well, yeah, I mean, because, like I said, falling for the peer pressure, seeing guys getting a lot of fast money, doing a lot of things that will satisfy your short-term goals and not your long-term goals. Because obviously I felt more about myself like I know guys do. But, you think that you can make this one turn here and you're going to end up over here when you ultimately have to come back and pay the price of redemption of doing it the right way. So, as I made the mistakes in life, right, I learned that it's the only way to go is the right way, the straight way. And, I ended up getting some time.
Right. You get, I guess, while doing a run from Oakland to Kentucky, you get pulled over, they find drugs in the car, you end up getting 40 months.
Well, it wasn't drugs that they found in the car. It was actually an airport stop with someone allegedly that, I was participating in a ring, smuggling ring, cocaine. And that my offense, my overt act is that I was participating in furthering a conspiracy of 2 kilograms of cocaine at the airport.
And they got you 40 months.
They got me 60 months. I ended up doing about 40 months actually incarcerated.
I mean, at the time, you're how old? Like 22?
I'm 21.
21.
Tender baby age of
You're 21 years old, just able to legally drink.
Yes.
And they tell you that you're getting 5 years.
Yes.
How does that affect 21-year-old's head?
Well, at 21, I think obviously being connected to the street life and connected to the game, I knew that it was part of the process, whether it would have been 5 years or it would have been 25 years. To me, growing up with that mindset, it was just part of the process. And through that 5 years, I was going to be known as a guy that can hold my mud. You know what I mean? So obviously they gave me the 5 years. I still maintained my innocence in the conspiracy throughout the appellate process. I still maintained, my innocence. But today on Vlad, I can accept my responsibility for participating in the life, because just even being in the life and glamorizing it and sensationalize it, everyone pays a price. And at that time, at 21 years old, my debt would be going to the federal penitentiary.
For 40 months.
Long 40 months when you have a newborn, my son,
right.
William Jr. You know what I mean?
So your girl's pregnant and you're going in knowing you're not going to see the birth of your child or really get to see, and this is your first child.
Yes, formidable years. You know what I mean?
The whole beginning process, which as you know is very important.
Absolutely. It's the nightmare. Yeah. It's what I tell all the young guys, the thing that's going to hit you most, not the fact that, 23 and 1 will just drive you dizzy enough that you just look at the same thing over and over and over again, right? That you call home and you say, well, they're celebrating one of the holidays, and you say, you know what? You can't say I'll be home next year. You can't say I'll be home the year after. You know what I mean? You have to just tell them happy holidays. And for me to not be there for my son was the hardest thing in the world, And I think that it was what I would say is them giving me the 5 years would ultimately be the blessing in disguise, because it taught me a whole lot. So when I got out, I got to running with some guys, and if I wasn't conscientious that the biggest part was not going back to prison, then I might have ended up with a life sentence.